breaking the fourth wall.
Hello, wrestling fans, and welcome to another TNA Impact. Is it really the people's choice here?
Nope.
No. If I only had a choice in this.
You know, I thought you were gonna open that like the U2 song, because I feel like I got vertigo after this fucking episode. That hello, it's a thing. You know the song, even if it's like U2. We're old enough to know the song.
And much like an Apple product, YouTube cannot be deleted from me. I am Matt, aka that corner reviewer, and to join me, the IWC War Chief, Andrew. How you doing?
I was better before I had to watch this fucking show.
Me too. Me too.
You know, I thought the worst part of my week was kind of agreeing with CM Punk's argument in the whole Drew McIntyre angle. Because it's like the conversation we had last week where I'm just like, Vince Russo's making some points. Either something's wrong with me or, he's getting smarter. I don't know which it is. I feel the same way with Punk now. I'm like, I hated that guy before it was cool, but now he makes sense. Fuck.
Nah, Russo still won't. For me.
I never said Russo made a lot of sense, but like some of the words, it was like when you're first learning a language and you're just like, I know what that sentence meant. You're just like, oh, he can speak English correctly for at least a sentence. And you're like, look at that.
For a sentence.
Yeah, I never said it was profound. He's like not 100%, fucking moronic.
Instead of talking about the show, let's talk about Drake and Kendrick Lamar.
Dude, what the fuck happened there? Holy shit.
I don't know, and I don't follow rap like this, but just hearing the context from my friends, I was like, holy shit. And then I was hearing these tracks, and then Kendrick is he's cooking on them.
He is. And the worst part is like, I was listening to some of it because I don't follow rap like I used to, and I wasn't really ever big on Kendrick or Drake. But going into what Kendrick says, it's like, these are complicated metaphors he's using. And right. I'm just like, what happened to the old way to diss somebody? Like, even a couple years ago, like, if you look at Machine Gun Kelly and fucking Eminem, like, you would be you could reduce it down, make an insult, and keep moving. But, like, fucking Kendrick's coming out with, like, fucking word problems and, like, equations and, like, long-form math. And it's just like, okay, this is insulting, but, like, it's intellectually insulting. I'm insulted because I have to, like, listen to it 2 or 3 times just to understand the metaphors. And then there's more behind it, too. So I'm like, what the fuck? Like, he's, like, playing, like, 5 or 6D chess inside of a rap verse. And I'm like, who does this?
This is the best feud in wrestling.
It's definitely better than a lot of feuds at the moment.
I know. But yeah, just hearing this, I'm like, holy shit.
I just think the best thing to come of it is I've seen that fucking clip from Always Sunny with Frank busting into the office talking to Mac and Dennis about, we have to make a song about not diddling kids. Like, we don't diddle kids. I really don't diddle kids. It's like nothing will make you think.
Doing my daughter. Not older than my wife. I'm better than my daughter.
Nothing will make people think you diddle kids faster than having a song that says don't diddle kids. Yeah. No, but we got to release this.
We have to do it right now.
Such a good use of a scene.
Yes, no, it's excellent. There was another one with the Dennis face. Just putting an investment in when she blossoms.
Oh yeah. Like, Dennis, stop it.
Like, oh no, oh.
Like, reel it back. Take it down like 25% at least.
Yeah.
Like,
Oy vey indeed. Another thing, because I am down for not talking about anything else.
I think you mentioned it over the weekend that our choices for the Champions Carnival actually worked.
Yes, that is actually where I was going. Yes,
I thought it was. I'm just like, I think I can read your mind and segue into this.
Because this is already better. So.
Yep. Which is a weird sentence to say on top of itself.
Yep. Jun Saito
Mm-hmm.
and Kento Miyahara are our Champions Carnival finalists.
When is the grand final supposed to happen?
Monday.
Oh, very
Yeah,
nice.
yeah. So I am looking forward to that. I can't wait. Kento and Davey Jr. was a very solid match.
Did it
I think
end up with a legitimate winner, or was there just like a draw, then Kento won the breakers?
no, it was a legit win.
Okay, okay, that's fair.
Yeah, it was like a 26-minute match. So
Oh, nice, nice, nice.
yeah, got some good wins. Ashino lost, Juro lost, Yuma lost.
I'm not surprised. Like Ashino could have been so huge in that company, but they cut his legs out from under him when he first came over, and he's
Yeah,
kind of been working his way back because he also had an injury at some point because he was gone for a few months, right?
yeah,
I think after someone buried him the second time, he got like legit hurt.
yeah. No, Shotaro got hurt soon as he won the carnival last year.
That's even worse timing. Okay, Jesus
Yeah,
Christ.
and because of that, Yuma got the shot, and that was why Yuma's champion. So that
Oh,
is why we had the Yuma Aoyagi run when we did.
fair. I mean, it was an eventuality because they were always trying to push Nomura, Yuma, Kento as kind of like the pillars again. You know what I mean? They didn't do a good job at it because like Jake was like supposed to be like the fourth pillar, maybe. Nope, that didn't happen.
Noya quit. Jake Lee. This didn't happen. We had Shotaro. We had a hiccup, but as he was getting to the group of fans, he beat T Hawk in the final. Great, love it, and then got injured right after. I'm like,
Yeah, that's just a T-Hawk curse right there, though.
I mean,
Because T-Hawk himself usually has bad luck when it comes to title matches and stuff like that, but now he just rubbed
I,
it off on
I was like,
Machino.
man, I was hoping T Hawk got the win. Like, I wanted him to fight Yuji and then get that.
You always were a very big T-Hawk fan.
Yeah, as soon as he let Dragon Gate, that was the best thing that happened to him.
Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not
Because
wrong.
they were forced. They were forcing T Hawk and Dragon Gate.
Well, they were forcing T-Hawk, yeah, and then when it was what Shima, him, and a few others went to what was it, the Vietnamese company for like a little bit, or was it a Thai company? The Because I think that's where Strong Hearts was kind of like big at initially.
OWE.
Was it Chinese or where was that exactly?
I would say China. Yeah,
That was China. Okay,
yeah,
because that was like a little bit because then that folded, and then they went Strong Hearts went on that tour around everything after that.
yeah. Mm.
But yeah,
They're
OWE
all,
was fun.
yeah, they're not touring as much because they were also in AEW for 3 matches.
Oh
And
well, yeah, everybody was in AEW for 3 matches at some point. Are they officially with Gleet or are they still freelancing?
no, they're officially Glee.
So Shima, T-Hawk, and Lindemann, or
Yep.
just like oh okay, that's cool.
Yeah, they're all Gleeters.
Well, I'm glad Gleek kind of stuck around for a little bit because I wasn't. That started at a weird time. You know what I mean? It was still like the pandemic and trying to kick off a whole new promotions. Not exactly.
Remember Cold Gear Bodyguards promotion?
I tried not to remember Bodyguard himself, much less the promotion.
I think that went under.
I mean, the best thing to come from Bodyguard was Zeus,
Yeah,
and then I
yeah.
know
He's.
Zeus is
I
doing the
mean,
Osaka Pro stuff. I think
yeah.
because
He's still doing fine there.
well, yeah, because he's like part-time wrestler, and didn't they make him like VP of Osaka Pro?
Yeah.
He's
Hold on.
basically like the mayor of fucking Osaka now.
Yeah, pretty much. Basically, yeah. At this point, yeah. The last Cold Gear Pro Wrestling show was November 2022.
I think it's safe to assume that's not longer a thing. Yeah.
Yeah, and now we got Glee, which is also free on YouTube. So I'm okay with that.
I don't disagree with you.
And better wrestling in Glee.
True. True. They had
We,
more hype.
we should be covering GLEAT on here. Let's give Dershi Radio some color, some variety, some international flavors.
Well, if TNA keeps being bad, maybe we'll just review like the last GLEAT episode that was on YouTube.
Maybe I'll watch along if we're able to stream it.
True. Do you know which day that it streams?
They go live when they air.
Do they save it as a video afterwards so you can watch a video on demand, or is it just like
Yeah.
you watch it while it streams or nothing?
You could you can watch it.
Okay.
Hold on.
So there we go.
Let me.
Maybe we just find time over like the weekend to watch the most recent GLEAT. So if the TNA episode is awful, this just becomes a GLEAT show.
Yeah, the
TNA Rewind.
They got the last big show from April 14th on here.
Oh,
and they have.
Damn, they're more delayed than Stardom World. What the fuck? April? Come on, it's a month. How often do they run a show? April 14th is almost a month. It's the 9th of May. It's King Piccolo Day. How do you not know that?
It is King Piccolo Day. Yes, the only day that matters. They also got stuff from Soft Ground when they were in Uganda.
Oh, that thing. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Is it the one with Mansoor and Mace or no?
Different time they went there.
Okay, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, if we go on their live section on their the last live event was April 17th. I don't think they didn't have a show in May yet, but that was their latest event.
All right, so let's find out when their next event is, and we'll just try to pencil that in. So if it's a bad Impact, we'll do TNA Rewind. It's all GLEAT to me, and it becomes a GLEAT show.
I am okay with this, John. If you hear this eventually, let you know we're gonna add GLEATs into your genre.
Maybe TNA can just stop sucking. Yeah, that'd be good.
That would be good. That would be good. I'm glad. I am okay with Stalin, but I know we also have this show to talk about.
Yeah, I don't really want to talk about. Can we even call this a show? It felt like
I don't.
It feels like they talk during the show more than we're going to talk during an audio podcast.
Yes. Where can I watch Impact of TNA? You can watch it on Access TV if you have it on Access TV, or you could watch it on their YouTube channel where it's $1 a month.
Mm-hmm.
Or you can get the streaming service, watch it the day after, or not the day after, right after it airs. You can watch it right on TNA Plus.
Mm-hmm. And if you're international, you watch it on DAZN. DAZN.
Yes. So yeah,
the thing that just dropped AEW apparently still has TNA.
Yep. I don't know how. Like there's no way.
I got no words sometimes. Like as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh, they dropped AEW. Why did they not drop TNA yet? It's like
are they still on Twitch?
No, they haven't been on Twitch for a hot minute.
No, yeah, sorry, guy. Yeah, they're not
because they started going to that paid membership thing that YouTube was doing, so they weren't going to give things away for free on Twitch anymore.
Yeah, and they don't want that.
I mean, it was good during the pandemic, and Melissa Santos was a fantastic host at that time. Back when, Cage and Tessa and Elgin were still in TNA, so Melissa was the host.
Right.
And that was nice. I wonder what Melissa's doing now.
Who knows? Let's find out.
Because I know she was doing like a bodybuilding contest or something like that a little bit ago.
Well, speaking of, you remember that AEW game?
I mean, I know of it.
Yeah, well, apparently they're doing a Ultimate Edition for $100. You get the game, all 4 seasons DLC,
and a hand job from Kenny Omega.
Yes. 10 match types, 65 wrestlers, and 15 DLC packs.
The problem is 65 wrestlers still only half the roster.
I mean, if you paid me to play the game, no.
Yeah, I still wouldn't.
Yeah,
I would rather play the old TNA video game than the
that everyone had the
AEW
same
game.
move set.
They look about the same.
Yeah, they all had. Yeah, they all had the
Yeah,
same.
everybody has the same move set in the old TNA, but
I was like,
at least the
how
game
did you
looks the same.
forget to program the rest of the moves in?
Well, you see, their code is funny because there's the ifs and the thens and the maybes and oops, they forgot the
Oh,
ifs.
Midway. Oh, Midway. Put Cornette in the game as a commentator. You know, it would sell. It would fucking sell.
You know, it would actually, yeah.
You know what? This would be a good time to be fucking negative. So there we go. This is a good day to be fucking negative.
I mean, after watching that fucking episode of Impact, everything is terrible.
No way can this AEW game really be that bad. Look, it just feels so incomplete with all that money. Hell, we did a better job with Fire Pro Wrestling when we were doing commentary. Bad Luck Fale is still our world champion.
Oh crap! He is still the world champion.
He
No,
is still the world champion.
God damn it!
I didn't give 10th on his title match.
We need Tama Tonga to save us.
You know, Tama Tonga could just go in the car and just ram into someone like he did to Kevin Owens.
I mean, hey, the best thing about Tama Tonga right now and Tongaloa is you can't spell Rogue Bloodline without God. So
I was like, they got the wrong Tongan. Where was Hikuleo?
I mean, I think he's still under contract. He was out an injury for so long they probably backloaded some of his time.
Yeah.
He missed like a year. You remember that?
Oh, I remember. I remember that, and they're holding off on Jacob Fatu because they're afraid he's going to overshadow Solo.
I mean, he would.
No, he will, 100%.
The Samoan werewolf is fucking amazing. Like, if anything, you bring him in as somebody to challenge Solo for the bloodline or something like that. Like Roman doesn't want to do it himself, so he nominates a champion from the family.
I still feel like he should have been the one first before Tama Tonga. They debut God together to help.
But they're not God though. That's the whole thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know. It was like he's gonna outshine Solo regardless where you do it now or later. So just rip the band-aid off.
Kama and Jacob are going to outshine Loa and Solo regardless. Yes, you're right. Yes. But I guess they're trying to establish Solo. Like, Solo's not terrible. Like, Solo's not going to get outshined because he's bad. But it's like Jacob is just better.
Yeah, it's like, oh god, oh nobody knows him. Well, they're gonna know him real fucking quick.
It doesn't matter if you don't know him; he'll just fucking kill people. It's gonna be great.
Like he's the one that I should have seen, like him crashing the car into Kevin Owens because he is that crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I love it, and I can't wait when they ever eventually debut him because it's gonna be a treat for people that are new to Jacob Fatu.
I'm not gonna be mad if he does the NXT run either.
I don't think they need him though.
I mean, they might not, but I wouldn't be mad if he spent like a year down there, and he just was like the Braun Breaker and just ran people over basically for a year.
Right. When do you think Uncle Howdy will debut?
That's a good question.
I was hoping not.
Yeah, I was hoping they wouldn't really continue with the
Wyatt. Like, no, I admire Bo being passionate for his brother. I get it, but it's just not the same.
As long as it stays like respectful in the image concept instead of lasting too long and becoming a problem. You know what I mean?
My fear is if I don't want to turn into just a random mid-card faction after like 3 months.
You mean like Sanity 2.0?
Yes.
Yeah, good call. I don't know.
Yeah, that's my only concern.
It's a valid concern.
So, like, is it going to be Bo, Braun, Rowan, Loomis? I guess Alexa Bliss.
When is Bliss slated to be back? Because I know she was pregnant, had the kid, and yada yada yada. But like,
I think she'll come back when this set kicks off. Like who would be the sixth person in this Wyatt six?
that's a great question.
Because we're already named the five. Because we got Bo, we got Dexter, we got Braun, we got Rowan, we got Alexa. Like who else would fit that mold?
Yeah, that's a really good question.
Hopefully not Joe Gacy.
Yeah, hopefully not. Yeah, I saw that name thrown around. I'm like, that's terrible. No one needs him.
No, he would not fit, especially with his current in-ring attire.
Yeah.
No, thank you.
I'm not sure.
Unless you're gonna make him Husker.
I don't know, and it also depends on if they maybe throw you a wild card and bring in somebody from Japan or like
Evil.
an AEW jump or somebody like that.
Bringing people.
I mean, it'd be better than House of Torture. And I think him and EO were still together. I know there was rumor going around that they got divorced or whatever.
Bastard.
Yes, very, very lucky bastard.
Yeah.
But I think he was at WrestleMania because I know people were concerned because they're confused because they're just like, I thought Evil and EO broke up. And it's just like, no.
No.
I'm pretty sure lots of people would have been a lot more vocal if EO was suddenly single.
Yeah, we said Loomis. That's Dexter Loomis. We said him already.
It'd be nice to have Loomis back though.
Yeah, I thought he got fired again, but it turns out he was just injured. Did he get fired again? Like, what happened?
Well, he was on that episode of Tacoma FD, and he just got too big for his britches. I don't know if you saw that 4th season of Tacoma FD. Okay, you did.
Yeah.
When they had like the D shift and the A shift or whatever it was.
Right.
Yeah. As soon as I saw that, I'm like, wait, that's David Arquette and fucking Dexter Loomis? You have 2 wrestlers here? That's amazing.
Yes. This is basically Super Troopers if it had a series. That's what Tacoma is.
As firefighters.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Super Troopers, but they're firefighters. Go with it. Yeah.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, I was too. I'm mad they didn't get renewed for a 5th season, but
yeah,
they got 4 seasons out of it. That's not bad.
I'm surprised it lasted that long, if I'm being completely honest.
So am I. I'm surprised 4th season happened because I guess Netflix picked it up because True TV or whatever might not have continued it.
Right.
And I'm just like, oh, I didn't even see any ads that it got moved to Netflix. I'm like, I'm glad that I randomly clicked on it at some point.
All right, now let's get the show.
Do we have
I know.
Is there anything else to talk about?
Well, there will be when we get in the when we go further.
Fine.
The system is having a celebration because everyone's champion. Moose, Myers, Edwards. They're celebrating. They're going out, and he puts them over the Chicago Bulls. If you don't believe him, ask Nick Nemeth and Broken Matt Hardy.
Which makes no sense. Why would he say that in Albany? New York hates Michael Jordan. Do you not know who the Knicks were back then? Do you not know how much Patrick Ewing hated them? And Oakley? And yes, that's more New York City than Albany. I'm aware, but you get what I mean. I don't think anybody in New York really loved Jordan.
No. No.
It's like, why would you even try to get heat with a Bulls reference or like a Dream Team reference? You weren't in Detroit. You could have made this is why they didn't pick Isaiah kind of joke or something like that.
Right.
But no, you fucking blow it on a dumb throwaway line.
Yeah, and so Edwards is like, I got a gift for everyone. Here's a gift, there's a package she made for the system. And they got cut off by Matt Hardy. And then Matt Hardy comes out, and then he comes out with a chair.
At least Hardy's promo was okay.
Not good enough.
His Coke wasn't as good as it was in Under Siege, but it was better than when he re-debuted.
Rebby gave him a bastache.
Maybe Rebby just gave him like a little something something before he showed up to taping, and that's why he was kind of partially there.
And then before she threatened a divorce.
I don't know. You never know with Rebby. Let's not say too many bad things. She might just like stab us through the internet. She's
you know what? You know what? Do it, yeah, because she's the fucking bitch that said, "Oh, Ashley's killed herself. Bye."
Yes, but Rebby is crazy.
We
She's
know
like
she's
legitimately crazy. She's not cute and hot crazy. She's like, you're gonna stab me when I sleep, aren't you? Kind of crazy. That's Rebby.
She's Mike Myers. If you look at me once, you're fired.
Yes, yes.
Because yes, kids, Mike Myers has done this. He's an asshole in real life.
No way, really? Mike Myers? No,
Yeah,
Mike. Not Mike.
Have
No.
you seen Cat in the Hat? It was a self-insert. He was an obviously self-insert.
Obviously.
Like fucking Velma.
But this was such a bad fucking promo. Like, I like the system.
He's like, the war is far from over.
It was so
I'm going to be champions. Like, no, you fucking aren't.
It was so bad. The only good line from this entire segment was Alicia, and how her, of all people, in her 5'2" Boston trailer park accent looking ass, showing up and going, "What are you saying? Nobody understands your accent." And it's just like, bitch, Boston.
It's like remember in South Park the shitty sushi.
Yes.
I cannot understand you. Why don't you speak in English? Maybe I can understand you.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
speak fucking English. I hope not.
If you believe her, no, because I think she already said that like she hasn't been in conversations with anybody, or maybe somebody reached out, but it wasn't anything more than a feeler.
She's happy in her Blacklist promotion. I mean, AAA.
Is it AAA or CMLL?
Yes.
They're not the same.
No. Conan will kill me if I said that.
Somebody will. Maybe Rebby. Out of nowhere. Rebby has nothing to do with Mexican wrestling, but she will kill you.
No. It'll definitely be Conan. So how dare you say CMLL? No, but no, she's in AAA.
He'll send Sexy Star after your ass.
Yes, and she'll give me a half-ass apology after breaking my arm. Like, apologize. Fine.
I'm sorry your arm got in the way.
Yes.
What?
I'm sorry you didn't tap quicker.
Sorry your joints are weak.
Yeah.
What?
I'm sorry, it's a skill issue.
Sexy Star invented skill issue. Look at that.
Yes.
We have her to thank for like internet fucking video gaming memes right now.
Yep.
Just go back to Triple Mania. Rosemary. My arm. Skill issue. Fucking Christ.
Yeah.
How do you come back from that? You can't.
You don't. But anyway, Moose is like, there's only 4 of us, and one of you is like, I like those odds. Hits up the chair.
Some of the worst chair shots I've ever seen.
And some of the worst of mudhole stomping from the system.
Just everything was bad.
And who of all people saves him?
Jesus, because Jesus saves.
Yeah, fucking Ryan Nemeth, the man that got kicked out of Collision.
I mean, it's what happens when your brother is the new hot thing. You get to tag along.
Yeah, Mom says you gotta take me to Hot Topic.
More or less, yeah. Instead of playing with the broken controller, he's playing with broken Matt Hardy. That's how that is. There you go. Well, see, I made it work. Broken and broken. Boom. There you go.
And now he cleared the ring because 4 men. Well, sorry, 3 men, 1 woman against 1 lower mid card guy with a kendo stick.
And there was a chair.
A chair.
It's a crazy man with a chair and a mid carder with a kendo stick. That's scary. That's an even odds right there. What are you gonna do?
To the back.
Yeah, that's unfortunately what we're gonna do.
Yeah, Chris Bay and Ace Austin. They're in the back. They're talking about Oh, they failed to get the exhibition championship, but not going to come between them because they're going to have a tag team match against the Ball of Speed Mountains.
Yes.
And the winner of that, two people will face each other in the number one contenders match, where the winner of that will fight Mustafa Ali for the exhibition championship at the next pay-per-view. And of course, Bay and Austin took jabs at each other about not having each other's back. Even though, no, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about Ali's security. But, if the shoe fits.
Yeah. I mean, I like the match concept. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
And
But
they're breaking up ABC. It's heavy-handed. We see this. We didn't want this to happen like 2 months ago when they started to hint at it. But now they're going to do it. We're just not allowed to have teams we like. Motor City Machine Guns don't continue to sign. Dango disappears into the fucking ether.
Yeah, and no Kushida and Kevin Knight because Kushida caught a case of ink while Uncle
Well,
G and the Super
we also
Junior.
haven't seen Kevin Knight work with him for like a month at least, which I'm glad because their team name was stupid as fuck.
Jet Setters, stuff like that.
It was like the intergalactic jet setters. Like
Jet Set Radio Future.
more or less. At some point, I think I just called them Samurai Pizza Cats because it's just a stupid fucking name. And I'm like, I don't like. Who thought this was a good name?
And that's the thing too. Like they're both heel. They're both being healers, but who's going to be the actual heel?
It's valid. They're both cool heels anyway, so maybe they'll just both be twinners. That
to the back once again.
No, yeah.
Oh, or you're gonna say? I'm sorry. What you say?
No, nothing. I just said it happens. They're both twinners. It could happen. I'll be like the kid from Angels in the Outfield. Hey, it could happen. So you know.
Yeah. Santino's being yelled at by the system because how could you let a broken up former main eventer and his lower mid card jobber attack us like this?
Mm-hmm.
We want revenge. It's like, I got an idea. It's like, you better have a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
And now we get our
good idea. His idea is stupid.
And a half hour later, we get our first match.
Can we call it that?
Top class, first class, whatever you want to call it. I guess FBI.
Can we call that a match?
It was a squash.
It was. It was bad.
Yep. And I gave FBI credit at the pre-show for looking impressive against two job guys, but you're against Flop Dollar.
Well, they also had no time. Like it was like what, a 3-minute match? It felt super fast. Like
if you blinked, you probably missed it.
More or less, yeah.
And Rich Swann hit a frog splash out of nowhere.
Yeah, but that was after AJ's choke slam.
Yeah.
So
I was like, shit, where'd he come from? Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, cool.
I mean, at least now that validates that Rich's finish as a heel is a frog splash.
That's fine.
So that answers the one question we kind of had from Under Siege.
Yeah, there's no way a babyface is going to have the Phoenix 450.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
To the back.
Yeah, another one.
Santino again.
Mm-hmm.
He's still finishing his business booking.
Yep.
I guess he's playing EWR on his phone. I don't fucking know. And what you call it? He's confronted by something or someone. Jake says this. And of course, and then the Rascalz.
Yup.
They argue, and then Dieter gets involved. It's like, it's the people's choice to have this tag match. And he's like, to Santino, I got an idea.
Yeah.
And we'll get to that idea later.
Stupid.
I already said in our chat, like, I'm going to choke him.
Now, you said you were going to drown him.
Yes.
And I thought that was a waste of water. But now I'm, reconsidering my options.
You justify my reasons.
Yeah. God, Diener, this gimmick is terrible. It's not over. It's bad. Plus, he can't even fucking say Albany.
It does. It just doesn't fit him.
I mean, it fit him a decade ago when he was a plucky trailer park underdog boyfriend of ODB, when we all kind of liked him because he was a quirky, like, redneck white trash Eric Young. But then you had him be a heel in Violent by Design. Then you had him be the cult leader of the Design after fucking murdering Eric Young. Then he's been kind of trying to keep things together and being kind of a delusional cult leader who has fallen from grace. And
Yep.
now he thinks he's a fucking man of the people. This is more whiplash when it comes to characters than fucking Eric Young when he went from like megalomaniac fucking faction leader in World Elite to like having a concussion and going back to like Super Eric bullshit and then just flip flopping depending on how hard somebody hit him in the fucking head for like a couple months.
Yep. And then turn to Brian Danielson for a hot minute.
Yes, exactly. So, I just like Cody is not good. People don't pop for him. And they're making it too obvious what the answer should be too, because like he's really pushing it, and then the heels are like, no, I don't want it to be the cool thing, no.
I can't believe this is the man that killed Eric Young.
Might be the man that kills TNA at this rate too. Jesus fucking Christ.
He's the one that killed Scott DeVore.
I mean, maybe. Yeah, Vince Russo couldn't do it. Dixie Carter didn't do it. Eric Bischoff, Hogan, Billy Corgan. TNA has survived a lot, but it might not be able to survive Diener, man of the people.
Or this next segment. Sound check.
Oh, God.
You know, I think it's charm wore off. Like, I got it was intentionally bad when it first started.
You know why the charm wore off?
Why?
It's been a month since we've even fucking seen it.
Yeah, it took a break and it comes back, and this is what we get.
We don't even see him. He wasn't even in a job match. They didn't even put him in like a random like 5-man X Division squash bullshit match. He literally has not been on TV for like a month and a half, because the last time he was on was the fucking PCO Con fucking horrible fucking bullshit fucking thing where PCO came in and wrecked shop and beat up Con and broke crap. Then we don't see him. And now suddenly he thinks it's the fucking whatever the hell he calls this thing.
And now, I'm going to get a redo with Big Con. But wait, here's Steph DeLander. And here, look, I'm going to pretend to be Eric Andre, where I think I am funny, but no, I'm just very awkward as fuck while trying to flirt with Steph DeLander.
Yeah. Nothing is good about this.
I was like, is he grabbing his crotch?
I don't know. Like, I think he did like the Shawn Michaels Playgirl pose thing. I think that's what he was going for.
Yeah.
Because he kind of laid across the fucking, trunk for the fucking equipment. And he's just trying to be cute. And it's just like, this is cringe and moronic.
I was like, oh, me and Kahan go way back. And then Kahan's like, we're not friends. Get out of here.
This is terrible. I don't have words.
The only good thing that happens is how quickly Khan got rid of the security guard after he's like, sick him.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
The only good thing was that it ended. Like, it's fucking terrible.
Second match.
Barely. I don't even want to call this a match.
Rascalz against Something and Diener. And, of course, Diener, he did this twice in a fucking day. Twice in a fucking show.
Saying Albany wrong or what?
No, the People's Choice thing.
He still said Albany wrong twice.
I don't give a fuck about that.
He can't even say the name of the fucking city, and he's a baby face.
Albany, Shreve. It's a Texas tornado. It's Albany, Shreve. You can say no, but it's not my choice. It's not your choice. It's the people's choice.
Stop it. This is
Yeah.
so stupid.
And it's only going to get worse from here.
I know. And nobody pops for him when he comes out. People only kind of reacted because he brought up the fact that it was a hardcore match and they're wrestling fans, and that's just what you say to get them to react. But like, it was trash. Like, what was the match probably serviceable from an objective perspective? Probably. There was some action, some back and forth, yada yada yada. But from a
Yeah,
following this week in and week out, knowing Diener is a fucking terrible gimmick and not a great wrestler, and I don't want to ever fucking see him on my television again, this is fucking painful.
because Rascalz are great, and you got something that's always impressive, but you just have Diener in the middle.
Yep, and Diener fucked it up. Diener lost because they spray painted fucking Jake's face to fucking take him out for a while, and they did a bunch of random tandem moves on him, on Diener, and pinned him 1, 2, 3. It's like, ugh.
But we weren't done there. Steve Macklin attacked both Rascalz after the match.
Which that's at least cool.
So good. That should have happened.
That logically that makes sense.
Yeah. So then he goes to the back. Dream Miller asks, "Why'd you do that?" And Rascalz walked on me twice, so he took them out twice. And then, because there was like, oh, I see. Oh, so your problem wasn't Alexander. Your problem wasn't Eric. Sorry, your problem wasn't Alexander. Your problem was the Rascalz. That's why you didn't give a shit about our match. Like, no, you lost.
Yeah. What the fuck
Like,
was the point of putting them together for 2 weeks if you're just going to break them apart immediately?
Yeah, it's like, you know what? You're on your own when it comes to Santana. It's like, okay, but we didn't mention Santana. We're talking about the Rascalz. We're talking about Josh.
What was the point of putting Kaz and Macklin together?
Just to lose in a tag match.
That is the dumbest fucking thing I've ever heard. And I don't mean your reasoning, because you're right, that is the reasoning. But that's stupid fucking reasoning.
It is.
It's just like, oh, we needed a stopgap just to make this make sense. Boom, and now let's dissolve it. Why? Just don't have the match. Yep. It's a dumb match anyway. Ugh.
Now the only good promo of the night.
That's saying words that I don't agree with, but continue.
I mean, compared to everything else we had tonight.
You introduce it, I'll bitch about it.
Yeah, Tom Hannifin, how do you say his name?
Hannifin
had a sit-down interview with Santana.
Oh, that one now. Okay, I thought you meant the actual in.
No, after. That's after. No, yeah, it's like, please, can I finish? Okay, finish. Okay, finish.
Okay, yes. The Santana sit-down interview wasn't terrible.
Yeah, like this was the only good promo of the night, and this is only part 1, so
yeah, it still didn't do a ton, but it wasn't that bad.
No, like, it's like, okay, Santana's getting promo time. He's talking about himself.
Talking about old LAX and stuff like that too. So that was nice.
His father passing away in 2020, alcoholic.
Yeah, I mean, he's being straight up and transparent about the stuff that kind of screwed him up in AEW and messed with him the last couple of years. So
yeah, so
that's good.
And it's a part 1. That means we'll get a part 2 next week. Probably he'll probably get more into. Maybe we'll talk about Ortiz. Who knows?
Maybe. I know. I don't think he really talked about it too much in the Chris Van Vliet interview he did a few months ago. Few weeks. It recently, because I know he was on CVV like a month or so, maybe like right before WrestleMania.
Right.
So we'll see. Be interesting.
Now we get to the next.
The usually good segment.
Yeah, and I think I'm gonna be done with her after this.
I wouldn't blame Ash.
No, that's right. It's not our fault.
Okay, I'm making sure that we're on the same page when it
No,
comes to that
but
one.
if this person gets more involved and kicks the guy out, then I have a problem.
Yeah, if this person gets more involved in general, I have a problem because yeah, I would rather listen to Fran Drescher and Janice from Friends come for 20 minutes than ever listen to this bitch speak again.
Yeah, her name is Gabby LaSpica. Faithfully, I pronounced it correctly because someone typed it differently. Instead of an S, it was a C, and I almost said the wrong thing. And I was not going to do that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
So, Gabby.
Yeah, let's just call her Gabby.
Let's just call her Gabby. Let's
Keep
make
the
it.
last name out of it.
Yeah. Uh, yeah, Gabby's come out and she was about to introduce Ash, but what's that guy's name? Winters or something like that?
Iceman, the person of all
Iceman.
shales.
Iceman comes out. So no, only I can introduce her. Like, who are you? Who am I? Well, my name is beautiful. My name has grace. It's Ash. Why elegant?
That was a good swerve. I give him credit. Like I knew it
No,
was coming. I was sitting here going, "He's gonna say Ash," but I giggled anyway because like that. That was the smart thing to do. That was the best thing to do.
yeah, like, yeah. Then she comes out, and Gabby gives her like this awful interview. Like, why are you?
Hmm.
So what's with the garlic? What's with what you did to Havoc? Why'd you lose your cool? Why'd your guy run away? And it was
Oh,
just so awkward.
that's not even the worst part. She just bitched about names in the beginning. What's the personal
Yeah.
concierge's name? Oh, well, isn't your first name Ash? So then what's the by elegance? What's that mean?
What's your
She,
government name? Where's your birth
she
certificate?
she struck me like Art Donovan from fucking WrestleMania. How much does this guy weigh? Because that's all she fucking said in the beginning. What's your real name? You dumb bitch? Shut the fuck up.
No. She reminds me of that angle with who was the girl AJ Styles apparently had an affair with in TNA.
Claire Lynch, that one.
Yes, that. Thank you.
Now you made me remember that. That
Yeah,
that
yeah.
is like
That's what.
historically one of the worst storylines in TNA history, and now you.
Yeah, and I completely understand why AJ Styles would quit after that.
Yeah, that's not wrong. Not wrong.
I understand.
Yeah, like like nepotism is strong with this Gabulous piece of bullshit because she's apparently on the Busted Open network. I don't know if she's ever been on the direct Busted Open episode, like the podcast itself, but she's on that network. So I don't know if Bully got her in or La Greca or whatever because they're all too interwoven in TNA right now. But she is fucking awful. I don't give a shit. Like she thinks she's cute or whatever, but she's from Jersey. I'm from Jersey. I hate everything she does and says. She is everything wrong with Jersey. I can't fucking stand that bitch. She probably calls it Taylor ham too, like a piece of shit.
Yeah.
And if anybody calls it Taylor ham, fucking you go dunk your head in water right now and take a deep breath. It's fucking pork roll.
But Gabby questions if Ash is so angry because of our loss to Zaya a couple weeks ago.
uh,
And yeah, she's upset, but that's not why. Because the referee stole her jewelry. Who booked this shit?
idiots that don't know wrestling, but apparently they think they know it better than Scott D'Amore, which is why they fired him.
So this Gabby, who apparently has authority
Uh,
to
busted
book
open
a match,
nepotism.
to
Nepotism.
book a match,
Nepotism.
to get her jewelry back, if she could beat Xia Brookside in a rubber match.
Yeah, then Zaya Brookside comes skipping down, and she only says like a sentence, but she's got the charisma
You
of.
can have your rings back, basically.
Uh, she has no charisma. Like she's not a charisma vacuum. She is just boring. Like there's no personality there. She's just a bland and dry little British girl, and I'm just like, why? Don't let her talk. Only let Iceman talk.
Yep. And we get some cool footage of Joe Hendry making media appearances, talking about his entrance theme song being on multiple charts. We believe in Joe Hendry here still.
We do. He's the only thing. He's almost the only thing left to believe in with this product after today. Holy
You know,
shit!
if they ruin Hendry, that is when I will officially quit TNA forever.
I might hit that button too. Yeah.
Like I will get rid of TNA Plus. I am done. Fuck you. That's it. It's over. You ruined the one joy I had left.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you had two, because you had Ash by Elegance, but they might have just ruined her for you.
Yeah, if the Spice Girl keeps getting involved, yes.
Yeah, like I said, just busted open bullshit. So nepotism, hooray!
And now Santino has his announcement, his Tony Khan announcement. Next week is going to be a 8-on-8 tag team match.
A clusterfuck, as the rest of us call it, but continue.
So the System, Jordan Grace, Mustafa Ali, Laredo Kid, and Slamovich take on the alleged number one contenders or challengers. They didn't say for what belt, just that they are. Spitfire, Steph Delander,
Yep.
Sammy Callahan, Ryan Nemeth,
Yup.
Eric Young, Joe Hendry,
Yeah, I'm listening.
and Broken Matt Hardy.
Clusterfuck.
They didn't say what contenders they were for what belts.
But, I don't think they know.
I'm confident Sammy Callahan's going to be the Knockouts champion against Jordan Grace.
Hey, it could happen.
I'm sure it will. I am sure it will.
I mean, I don't care. Like, it's 8-on-8. Like, that's a fucking mess. And you're trying to like say that Josh got hurt and Hammerstone's hurt or some shit like that. So the challenger team is just a bunch of fucking mooks, basically, that have no story. They're just there. I mean, yeah, but like Sammy, I like Sammy, but he's got no reason to be in there. He's not in the title hunt for anything.
Yeah.
Ryan Nemeth just inserted himself in this broken mat thing because of.
Yeah, unless I checked, Joe Hendry lost his opportunity.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I could see is maybe they just have Ryan Nemeth and Hardy challenge Eddie Edwards and Brian Myers for the tag belts at some point. In lieu of Nick, and Ryan could eat the pin on that one. He's a nobody, really, when it comes down to it in the grand scheme of things, and protect Matt.
Yep. Moving on to squash match number 3.
Really? Yeah, honestly, yes.
Jonathan Gresham against Will Ferrari.
It doesn't matter. He looked like a temp at an office. Like, he does not look like a wrestler.
Basically, Kushida sold him the effects of the ink. Even the referee.
Yep.
Gresham got a little more progressive. I didn't like his little clap thing, like patty cake.
I didn't mind it.
I was like, you're supposed to be this new persona, this new aggressive.
I mean, it's mysterious at the moment. He also did the Muda fingers after the one thing. So I was just like, he's really pushing the Muda gimmick hard because the mask is, you know, older Muda, but it's still a Muda mask. So
Yeah, it is still a Muda mask.
I
And
like the homage there. That the mist, the ink, same kind of concept.
yeah, but again, the referee is acting up too because it's the same ref that ref his return match.
Yup.
So he's feeling the ink too.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
gonna have yellow eyes with like black veins on his face next week.
No, he's just gonna have lines on the side of his face like Mojo Rawley.
Oh
Remember
my
that?
god!
Ah, see, I had to. You brought back Claire Lynch. I'm bringing back Mojo Rawley for you.
I did he even debut that in a match, or was
I
it just a
don't
promo and that
remember.
was it?
You know, I think he actually did have a match or two because he had a couple really shitty like vignettes that made no sense. But I think he had one or two matches as well. Yeah.
But I'm talking about with that face paint, or was he just in a battle royal with that face paint?
I mean, that's a match.
But like no singles match, and then he went back to being high.
You're
Thank you.
asking me. Yeah, thanks, Elliot. You're
Yeah, we
asking me
appreciate it
really hard
because
questions.
because they can't give us a good show, so we're doing it.
Yeah. Holy fuck, this is a bad episode.
But
We brought
Gresham
up Claire
won.
Lynch, Mojo Rawley, All Japan, a bunch of stuff just to avoid talking about this.
But Gresham won with the mandible claw.
It wasn't even really the mandible claw. He just puts his hand over the
EBD claw,
person's
yeah,
face.
it's the EBD claw.
I still like calling it the cephalopin, like a cephalopod, like that kind of
I
play.
thought I was gonna say the syphilis pen.
That could work too. You never know with the
Well,
spitting and
what
the.
do you think the ink is?
Ah, makes so much sense now.
Yeah, he's transferring his syphilis.
It's just the STD. Some
Yes,
people have an STF and STS, but he's the STD.
yeah.
What?
Oh my god. Yes, there we go. Then we made it better. We made it better.
uh,
Now we finally got the question: what happened to Giselle Shaw?
well, we saw her. I still can't tell you what the fuck happened.
She was meditating
But where is she? Is that a
in the
rehab
mountains.
facility? Is that what the fuck is that? That like Gail Kim just randomly had to like go hunt her down? Like
How did she find her?
I don't know. That's what I was wondering. Is it like Ronin Warriors where she just had to follow like the energy sign to fucking find her lost friend from fucking, oh, the armor of the Halo is over there. I have to go into the mountains. She's meditating. It's like, what the fuck are we doing? It's
It's
nice to
what?
see Giselle, honestly,
Yeah.
but
And
I just,
now it's we need to talk.
but how lazy of booking is this? Like, okay, actually, here's the question: do you think it's lazy booking, where they just didn't know how to book Scott's angle to change her from heel to babyface? Or do you think this was giving her space because her and Scott are a thing and nobody was sure if she wanted to keep doing things with Scott out?
You know, I have no idea.
I mean, just if you had to pick one, what do you think it is? More like booking themselves into a corner, not knowing how to get out, so they just decided to remove her from TV for like 2 or 3 months,
Yeah, I guess
or the
lack
Scott
of,
thing?
I guess more of lack of direction.
Okay.
It's like okay, we'll give her a shot, but it's like, but since Jordan Grace went to the Royal Rumble, we kind of want to have her lose to you. No offense. And now it's just like, let's give you an angle of Gail Kim.
I mean, at least that's consistent because Gail did start to talk to her and be like, "You don't need Savannah and Jay back then. Like, you could do this on your own." So, do you think Gail comes back to full time, or is she gonna be more like manager, like tutor type?
Manager, maybe they'll have a match.
Giselle versus Gail for like Slammiversary could be cool.
I feel like she would give her a match to get her over.
I do too. Now the question
Yeah,
is, do you think it's Slammiversary, or do you think they keep them together for a few months
I say
and then
mandatory.
the rub? That's what I was thinking. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, Yeah, I would say Bound for Glory. You could stretch out them talk, interact, and be a friendly partnership for a few months.
Hmm. Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah.
So this has potential. I have
Yes,
no
it's just the
clue.
execution and if the right person wins.
Yeah. Yeah, which I don't have much faith in after the last couple
Yeah, if
episodes.
Kel wins, they say you may as well just make her full time for a while. Give her the Mickey James title run one more
If they
time.
have Giselle face Gail and Gail wins, then you might as well just give Giselle her release because
Give Giselle her release and give Kel her one more title run.
yeah, which I mean, she could probably still go.
Oh, I'm sure she can, but does she need it?
Do they ever need it? It's
That's true.
wrestling.
I know. That's true.
A lot of people outlive their need it, and it's just something that they can't get over, so they go back and they want one more run. They want the whole you still got it kind of thing.
They just want to chant shit.
More or less, they just need the vibe, the crowd to cheer for them one more time. Which I get it, I do, but
I
I don't know.
understand.
This has potential.
Right.
I don't have faith in the execution, but it has potential.
And now our only match of the night.
Yeah, effectively, yeah.
ABC and Speedball Mountain, featuring Trent the Seventh and the Ball of Speed,
Yup.
with Mustafa Ali on commentary.
Which the only good thing about Mustafa on fucking commentary was just like Hannafin was being a petty little bitch. And it was pretty hilarious.
Yep. Ah. But this is a typical X Division style tag match. Some nice moves.
Mm-hmm.
Both decent teams.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just like either like ABC was gonna win and they implode on each other in the singles match for one to turn on the other, or it was gonna be other team wins, more turmoil for ABC then, and obviously the winner is Speedball Mountain.
Yep. And it's all because Ace was too busy talking shit to Mustafa on the outside when Bay was like screaming at him to get in the ring to tag him in to actually do the 1-2 sweet to win the match. So,
Yep.
yep. Yep. There we go. That's exactly how this is falling apart. They'll probably bitch at each other for another couple weeks.
Yep. And then next week it will be Trent the Seventh against the Bull of Speed, Mike Bailey. I as I
I'd
said,
like to see Trent Seven win that,
I see it being Bailey.
but I'd like to see Trent win
Oh, I would like to see Trent win, but
because
we
I
know
don't
it's
think
not.
Bailey's winning. You know what I mean? I don't
No,
think
but
Bailey's beating Mustafa,
no, I don't think either of them are. That's the issue.
but Bailey has lost so many X Division title matches. Why would you not give it to Trent when Trent is still the fresher face at the moment?
Oh no, I agree. I think it should be Trent, but we know how
Okay.
they go.
Oh, I see. So you're
Yeah,
not saying you think it's Bailey for logic. You're saying you think it's Bailey because TNA hasn't made a good decision in a hot minute.
yeah. Like I
Okay.
like that like, that's something they would do
Well, yeah, this new
if you want to. If they
regime. Yeah,
if you want to have that match of the night or match of the year contender, that's what they would probably do.
but it's not gonna be because you're gonna have bullshit interference with the fucking security.
I
And Meltzer always bitches about that like a little girl. Yeah, he takes you away from your man. Me, me, me,
I
me.
know, but he praises AEW doing it. Because
Shh.
you know there's so much story going on here. You don't
Long-term
get it.
storytelling.
You don't understand the science of the booking, and
Well,
and
I'll,
fucking
I'll
unblock and fucking unblock me. Fuck.
I will only give Meltzer this one small iota of credit in that argument. If it is somebody else inside of a faction interfering on behalf of the person, then both sides get heat. This is nameless assholes and aviators who don't have any kind of stock in the game aside from their just security for Mustafa Ali.
Yeah.
So they don't get any heat, and it's just Ali fucking ruining the quality of his match.
Yep.
For all we know, I'm security for fucking Mustafa Ali
I know
because none of these fucking people have names.
you had the shades.
Exactly. That's all you need.
They're oh my god, they're the egg boys. They're Serpentis egg boys. Oh look, Frank's up there. It's like we have names.
The egg boys are more useful than these fucking idiots.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
least they got information. Serpentis just didn't believe him. They say
Yeah.
random shit all the time.
The Frank's are a scam created by the shadow government. See?
Now,
I'm
see,
like,
that'd be
hold on,
good if
hold on,
Mustafa Ali.
that egg's on to something. Hold on, I want to hear him.
If Mustafa Ali does that kind of a reference to Serpentis, they'd be like, the security guards say the random is shit all the time. And then he says something like, the
what do I
banks are
pay
a
him
scam.
for?
And see, the worst part is there's just so many people missing from this show. We still don't know what happened to Hammerstone. Josh is magically hurt. Even the good hands weren't on the fucking show. PCO wasn't on the show. Sammy wasn't on the show.
Yeah, it just didn't feel like a fallout of Under Siege, except for the celebration, the system celebrating.
And that was so flat.
Yeah.
I really am curious if they started the tapings with the system celebration. Or if they made them do that like after an intermission or something like that. Because you've been to tapings before for TV stuff. You know it's like 3 or 4 hours, and they feed stuff out there at different points. And sometimes after a little break, the announcer will get up and be like, "All right, we need you to get up on your feet, make some noise, yada yada yada." They try to give some pointers if it's something they want people to pop for. So I'm curious if this was actually the first thing that people that were at the taping saw, because if that was, and the crowd was still that fucking dead, that's embarrassing.
They got the Jeb Bush treatment. Please clap.
Yeah. So I gave the episode a 2.5 out of 10. What did you give it?
No comment. No, I gave it a 2.
Okay.
Just straight up 2. Like, no.
No, that is very fair. I only gave it the extra.
The only tolerable stuff was just tolerable. Like, it wasn't like it didn't do anything to elevate the show. Like the Santana thing. Henry talking about his fucking song, which I loop it again today. So
yeah, I think 2 of the points was just for the main event, and the half point was just
and you only get one good match, one actual match,
and it took 90 minutes to get there.
Yeah, that was the issue. Like, you have 3 squashes, bad squashes.
Bad, yeah.
And your only match, and it's just we went through a lot of bullshit backstage and stuff in the ring to get there.
Oh, I'm not arguing with you. The only reason I validated the extra half point was just the little bits. We got like the little bit of fucking Gresham's octopus character that he's trying to evolve.
Yeah,
you didn't like it much, but there's that. Then Iceman was funny. Ash was still good, but Gabby was terrible. Giselle coming back was not. You know what I mean? Like, none of it was great. None of it really furthered anything, like you said. But I'm like, it's at least worth a half a point that there were little breadcrumbs that were. Sure, maybe.
Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, guys, we're gonna wrap it up so we can blow our brains out.
More or less, yeah.
I don't know if we'll be here next week because I am going away to Maine in a couple of days. So.
Oh, I thought you were just being funny, like you expected it to be shitty. So, like, you're just like, I don't know, if it's bad again, we're not coming back.
Oh no, I'll probably be dead. If I see Pennywise, you'll probably kill me.
I mean, you never know. It might be more fun and more torture to just keep you around to watch the episode.
Well, I am coming back Thursday, but I don't know what time I'm coming back. So
that's understandable.
So if I don't get back in time, I watch it. If I do get back in time at a reasonable hour, maybe I'll watch it. But
Maybe.
guys, don't hold your breath. And if I don't come back the week after that, assume I'm dead.
No, I'll just assume that you went to go find Randy because it's been a while, man. Like,
No, yeah, I went no that, and I went to find Stephen King in Maine, and I got lost, and the Langoliers have eaten me.
see, between the Canadian wilderness, the llamas, the comas, the alpacas, now Stephen King, Langoliers. Oh my God.
Yes,
We're dealing with a lot of storylines here, but
it
we can
is.
make
It
more
is.
sense of it than TNA can, so that's a problem.
Well, it's okay. Dave will say it doesn't make sense because we're not AEW, but
And then we'll sick Gianni Valletta after him.
yes, yeah. I meant to call Gianni and say, hey, I know we have our differences, but could you help me out here?
And then he'll be like, "Who are you?"
I'll go, good, good,
Ah, you understand. Yes,
yes,
good. I've
good.
wired
The
the
less
money
you
to
know,
your
the
account.
better.
I've wired the money to your
And then
account. It's
you'll
the same
like
thing as
and then you'll
28P.
send him a private DM of here's what Matt said about you in his old articles. Here you go.
Oh,
here's
no,
a,
then he'll
here's
just start hunting you.
yeah, like here's his match reviews of you. Here's what he called you.
Jesus.
Italian Brody.
I mean that's what all Japan tried to call him.
Yeah, like instead of stabbing you in the shower, he stabbed you with a loaf of Italian bread.
It's delicious. What can you
It
say?
is. Exactly. Just want to make that
God,
more
see, now that makes me wish there was a French Brody who would just like stab you with baguettes, like left and right. Could you imagine if he like used a baguette like a fucking rapier in
no,
fencing?
yeah, that would be the real kendo stick, the baguettes.
The kendo stick is inside of the baguette, and that's
Yes.
it's a gimmicked baguette. Is that what the fuck
No,
it
no,
is?
no. Backlash. No, WWE dropped the ball on that. They were in France. They should have fucking done that.
A gimmicked baguette, yeah. I mean,
Yes.
you're right. They should have. I'm a little mad now. Tonga
Wasted
Loa should have
potential.
rolled out with a gimmicked baguette. It was just
Yes.
over
It's like,
top of
oh,
a
like, and
fucking
he hits him
kendo
over the
stick.
head with the baguette. Like,
And
there
just
we
look
go. Show how hard
and
it
he
is.
just like looks straight in the camera and just goes "Sacre bleu." It's so fucking stupid, and it's just like you fucking asshole.
But yeah, guys, we're gonna wrap it up here.
Yeah,
Follow me on Twitter at DavidPhoenix12. Follow him at the IWC War Chief. He's also part of the Chair Shot family, so follow that at Chair Shot Media or go to the chairshot.com. Always use your head. Follow Dirty Radio at the Dirty Radio. Thank you all who are watching us on either Facebook. Yes, you did miss the AEW game discussion. Yes, we can bring it up real quick before we go if you want. We can definitely do that for you because we don't know shit about the game. But we will pretend we know because that's what they did when they made the game.
yeah, kind of. Ultimate edition for $100.
Please, yes, please, yes. This is the lights off part of the show. Let's do this. What do you want to talk about, Pete? We got you. While he is commenting on that, yeah, follow Dirty Radio at Dirty Radio. We're the Facebook group on Twix, on YouTube.
I mean,
Uh,
when it comes down to the AEW game, you know it's bad when Steam only gives it a 6 out of 10.
which Steve?
Steam.
Oh,
The
Steam, yeah, Steam, yeah.
because those are usually softball reviews. Like everybody gets like a 7 or an 8. Like it's decent, it's okay, it's a 7. And it's like if this gets a 6, it's
These are,
almost as bad as the new South Park game apparently because that got fucking terrible
yeah, I heard
reviews.
that was awful. Like they didn't like the graphics mostly.
I'm just saying. That was a big complaint about the AEW game too. So I wonder if that's what it is. Oh, looks like a
What do
GameCube
you
game.
guys like in a wrestling game?
What do I
You
like in
know?
a wrestling game? That's a good question.
Yeah, what do we look for in a video game?
I mean, I'll be on for purely nostalgia reasons. One of my favorite games is WCW NWO Thunder. for the PlayStation.
Oh man, that's an old one.
Oh, I'm aware.
Yeah, I'm like, oh man, that's really.
I mean, you talked about Fire Pro. Fire Pro is done in like the same graphical
I
vein.
know.
Like,
I thought you were gonna say like Saturday Night Slam Masters on the Super Nintendos.
it's okay.
Yeah, I still had it in my old house.
Uh, what was the one that came out for Genesis? I don't know. See, it's interesting with wrestling
The
games.
Royal Rumble.
Oh, it might have been because it was a WWF game. Because I remember a buddy of mine loved picking Bret Hart. So
Yeah, well, Brett was hot at the time, so.
I'm aware. Just-
There's a Thunder Pro Wrestling Resteden. It's a Japan exclusive.
I was about to say, it wasn't that. I grew up in New Jersey, not Japan.
Yeah. Wrestle War. WrestleMania.
It might have been
Super Brawl.
the.
Super Brawl Saturday. Can you afford to pay me run? I don't know.
It might have been Super Brawl.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I don't think that's a Raging the
Or
Cage.
WWF Raw.
Yeah,
Maybe it
there's
was
Raw.
WWF Raw.
Yeah, Raw was there too. You had like 8 characters.
I think it was Raw.
Yeah, you had Doink, Brett, Owen, Diesel.
Yep, it was that.
Luger.
Yokozuna.
Yep.
Yep, it was that one.
Those are the only, and I think randomly Crush.
I mean, Kona Crush was cool for like probably 1994 or 96, and that's about it. Whatever fuck it was.
Here's the roster: 1-2-3 Kid, Bam Bam Bigelow, Bret Hart, Crush, Diesel, Doink the Clown, Quang.
Quang made the cut.
Quang made the cut.
Holy! I'm glad no one ever played him. Holy shit!
Owen Hart, Randy Savage.
Yep, I played Owen and Randy Savage a lot.
Razor Ramon, Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, Yokozuna. And Randy Savage was only exclusive to the Game Gear version of the game.
Because I think he was still retired in WWF world.
Yeah, but he wasn't Genesis. He wasn't Sega 32X. Just the Game Gear.
I mean, didn't the Genesis have that weird like plug-in thing where you could basically Voltron the fuck out of your Genesis, where you could put like the Sega CD, and you had the thing where you could put the Game Gear into it too. And
Crush was also a Game Gear exclusive.
Wow, I would not have spent money for
Crush. Quang was a Sega 32X exclusive.
Jesus Christ.
Yes. Who
it really
else?
makes you wonder what people thought was cool in the 90s. Like, who thought like Quang should be like a special character? Like Quang.
It was a Bruce Pritchard idea.
Probably. I agree with that one.
Yeah, for a wrestling game, good gameplay, replay value, nice story based.
I've always kind of liked the create a character. Like, if
create a character
isn't basic as shit, then that's good. Like GM mode, I can take or leave. Like, it's man.
Yeah, because it's fun for a while, but then you get bored after if you do for after 3 years, and it gets totally random.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of basically creative mode, a lot of variety with how you create, especially with the move sets.
I think SmackDown versus Raw 08 I liked a lot, because I think I made like cause of like Kevin Nash and TNA, Rhett Titus and ROH, and like all that other stuff, because they had a wide variety of people, because I think they still had ECW at that time.
There was an ECW game.
Well, no, I mean the WWE CW. They still had like a large roster because they still had that brand.
Yeah.
Because I remember that was when Gregory Helms was doing the whole "It's Time" fucking like not Hurricane.
Right. Check out Pro Dojo on Instagram. Slowly cataloging deep cut wrestling games and mods. Okay, nice. Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna do it right now for you.
Interesting. I
Yeah.
figured there would have been imports too, because if it's Poro Dojo, then I'm like, they have to do some Japanese stuff. Yeah. No one's
Yep.
gonna call an all
Yep.
American
Pro
big
Gaming
pro.
Society. Yep.
Yep. So a lot of Fire Pro and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like that. Yeah, Fire Pro looks like the No Mercy.
Us specifically, yes, we fuck with Japanese wrestling quite well, quite
Yeah,
often. You missed our whole conversation about All Japan Champion
yeah, we had an
Carnival
All
and
Japan conversation,
yeah.
and for Dragon Gate, the new
Yeah,
Natural Vibes leader is Drum Machine J.
and we were talking about Strong Hearts earlier when we were bringing up
Yeah,
OWE and
everybody's talking
Kinoa.
about how. Yeah, we're talking about how we're gonna switch to Glee if TNA keeps declining.
Yeah, so there we go, perfect. So Gleet would be what we would review instead of TNA
Yep,
because these episodes, what the
and we will
fuck?
provide a link for people that want to watch with us.
Yes.
That'll
Now,
be
if I
better.
could only find Seedling on normal things,
Yeah, fuck. I wish we did.
I
I wish.
just, I just like, I miss watching Arisa Nakajima. Like Arisa Nakajima is so fucking good.
I miss the Real Hero Archive.
Yeah, you're right. I do.
That was
Like
the
that
that,
was perfect.
that was the best thing.
You know,
And
does Robert still keep up with his Bert on X Twix? He's a big Japan and like Wrestle One, I think. Not well, Wrestle One's not a
I
thing
got
anymore.
I gotta I gotta look.
Because he used to have like a paste bin with a lot of stuff. Because he likes the big boy slapping meat, so like he likes the big Japan and stuff like that.
Yeah, I know, but no, that was peak though. The Real Hero Archive.
Hmm.
Uh yeah. Once that was gone, that was a sad day for everybody.
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah,
That was how
you're
that
not
was how
catching me
I
right
was
there.
able to watch Wrestle One. That was how I was able. Yeah, Roy, Mike, Charles, Eric. Yes,
Hmm.
all those guys.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, I think that's how we both watched Wrestle One because it was also when we got introduced to Anosari and fucking Hana Kimura in.
Yeah, yeah, we watched. We watched that show. It was Jiro and Ashino too.
Hmm. Yeah,
That's how we watched Sendai Girls. We watched Sea Deal in there. Some of Ice Ribbon
a little bit of Ice Ribbon never completely caught my
and
attention.
Dragon Gate before it got a streaming service.
Overpriced streaming. I'm not paying $15 for Dragon
No,
Gate.
no. As much as I like what I am hearing and seeing, I cannot justify $15.
No,
Lower it to 10 or like 8. We'll talk.
more or less. I
but
mean,
not
Wrestle Universe is where you want to go anyway. Wrestle Universe has probably the best selection at the moment
right now.
because they're
Yeah.
gonna have Marigold, they have TJP, they have DDT, they have Noah, they've
You have
got
Ganabre still, or
I think they have Ganabre, they have 01, I believe.
the real 01, whatever.
You
That's
know
so
what I
true.
mean. It's,
Yeah, like whatever that's supposed to
however,
be.
they're branding that fucking thing now.
Yeah. Nah, I get it. But no, that's just like what a shame. Now I feel
Yeah.
sad about it. It's,
It
and
also
I
stopped like right before pandemic, really, or like I think
yeah
it was like right before, and that would have been the perfect time to have the Real Hero Archive during pandemic.
yeah, and then
Mm.
yeah, pandemic made me quit writing because I was working 16 hours a day.
Well, yeah, your work schedule got fucking ridiculous at
Yeah,
some
because
point.
everyone had to order everything under the fucking sun every single day.
Yep, yep.
And I
That's
had
what
to get
happens when you can't
and
go
I didn't-
out.
yeah, and I didn't get halfway done till like 4 p.m.
Yeah, I can't go anywhere. Give it to me. Come on,
Yes,
give me.
like 2.5 months of that shit. Like no.
Yeah, you were not happy for a while. I do remember that.
No, like I never want to do overtime ever again.
Well, don't say that. Overtime is nice for the paycheck.
I know, I'm okay now, but back then I just never wanted to do it.
Oh well, yeah. You're also in a different place now, and I don't just mean like spiritually or mentally,
Oh
but like
yeah, no,
literally,
yeah,
physically. You are in a different location.
Oh no, Burlington fucking sucks. That was awful.
But yeah.
Now
So
there's like hardly little overtime.
so yeah, Pete, if you want to pop in for the TNA rewinds, reviews, whatever you want to call them, and
We
you'll catch
are
us talking Japanese wrestling more often than we probably talk TNA. Because
yeah
these last few episodes have kind of sucked.
yeah we'll be on this every Thursday after the show on TNA. And I will be on random shows for Dirt Sheet. I believe the next one I'm going to do for them is whenever the next pay per view is.
For WWE or for AEW?
Whichever.
Oh, just next pay per view in general.
Yeah. And if they need a fill in for like Raw or SmackDown, and I happen to be watching, yeah, I'll fill in. Sure, why not?
Yeah, but they don't talk Japanese wrestling, right? They talk WWE or nothing. It's like Nerf or nothing with them.
Well, no, people like Japan, but there's like no coverage. Last time they did it was the Wrestle Kingdom watch along.
Yeah, that's bandwagoning. That's
Yeah.
everybody knows what Wrestle Kingdom is. Of course, everybody's gonna. That don't count. That's
That's
kind
why.
of like I don't watch football, but I watch the Super Bowl. You don't watch shit. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, but this is why we're gonna do Galeets.
Yes.
Talk about Galeets.
Yes.
And it's like this wasn't offered. I was like, well, it is now.
True. And it's not Gleed, it's Noah, but as you sent me the picture, I'm glad that Keno got his revenge on Azumi.
Yes, thank you. Yes, Azumi asked him out. He's like, well, no, she broke my heart.
I mean, she broke his heart so hard, he's with Kaito now.
Yep,
They're
exactly.
what the hell are they? All Aggression? Was that the name of the fucking Rebellion? Rebellion, I think.
Oh, they get all aggressive. Let me tell you.
Well, is it Aggressive or Rebellion? Now, fuck, I think it's all Rebellion. I like glanced at it a little bit.
They're the new tag team, their faction name.
Yeah, because you know how like Kitamiya and Nakajima were the Aggression. I think they're all Rebellion or something like that.
Yeah, I did find it.
What is it?
Yeah, all Rebellion.
Okay, I was right.
Yeah, Kaito, Keno, Alejandro, and a new guy named Cristobal.
Cristobal. Oh.
I thought it was.
He's not the guy from the Barry series, right? He's not the drug runner. No, are you sure?
No.
Cristobal, he was kind of charming, you know.
Oh yeah, no.
Him and Noho Hank, you know, was Noho Hank's boyfriend.
No, I thought
we love Cristobal. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought Ninja Mac because of the mask. It looked exactly like fucking Ninja Mac.
Is it Ninja Mac?
I thought it was.
Was in Noah for a while.
I think he's still in Noah.
But is it actually Ninja Mac just with a new
name? No. Just said a new masked man.
Okay. It just looks a lot like Ninja Mac's masks.
Yeah. And their first match together is May 21st.
Interesting.
Yeah, plus it can't be Ninja Mac because Ninja Mac's too small.
Hey, don't be sizist.
No, and he's as tall as Kaito, so he's taller than Keno and Alejandro.
Yeah, that's good. Oh yeah, because Kaito's like 5'11" or 6 feet tall or some shit like that, right?
Yeah. Around there.
Now he's a little shorter than Okada, and I think Okada was like 6'2". So that's the only reason I kind of have that vague idea in my head.
And now Okada's shorter on the card.
I mean, Okada's a giant in AEW. Come on, they're all like 5'10".
And of course, Naito will take on Jake Lee in the next UJPW altogether, June 15th.
I'm okay with that. Jake's a good wrestler. Like, Noah put the strap on him for a while when he first came over, and now he's kind of working his way back up. But Jake's good stuff.
And now he's David Finlay's assassin.
I mean, Finley's trying.
And Gabe Kidd is going for the GHC heavyweight belt.
He better not win that.
I like Gabe, but no.
He's not ready. He's kind of still out a young lion, dojo
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
beat Eddie Kingston for the strong belt.
yeah,
You could
agreed.
do that,
Agreed.
but no, don't beat Kaito, man.
No, especially because Kaito just got it, just has a new faction. Like this needs to be a
Yeah,
good run for Kaito. Because
Kaito needs a legit run again.
even Muda put him over. Muda put the strap on him, when he won, actually you know, fastening and
Yeah,
everything.
after abusing and neglecting him for so long.
Hey, he jobbed to him at the end. Kaito was one of his last
Yeah,
matches, and
I
he put
know.
him over. He did the
Yes,
right thing.
I was gonna say fucking better.
But you know what I mean. Like we talked about it during that time where we weren't sure if he was going to job to Kaito, and he
Yeah,
did. He did the
yeah,
right thing.
apparently, yeah, it did. And did like the Austin areas no sell.
Well,
You
okay,
could have
maybe
my
he didn't
move.
sell it great, but
You could have my moves now.
I wonder how Jonathan Gresham got it. I thought Kaito took most of his powers.
No,
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 did
don't think. The
Jonathan
only
Gresham
thing,
go up into the mountains and eat some of that weird
no,
poison mist?
the only thing Kaito inherited was the Shining Wizard and the Figure Four.
Only thing was most of
Even
everything.
though fucking Sonata had them.
Yeah, and Sonato also has the moonsault
Yep.
because that is the Muda
And
moonsault.
Nakamura took his mess after making out with him.
Maybe he's. I'm not gonna say
Yes.
it. We know that promo.
Yeah,
I
he's
think.
like, I like that though. Like he kissed me. Like what the fuck? He took my mist.
Yeah.
Oh,
Good times. Good times.
okay. Now we're gonna go. But
Yes.
thank you guys so much for joining us in our wacky contest. An hour of bullshit and 25 minutes of non-bullshit.
I mean, hey, it was the people's choice. We wanted to talk about Japan
It
and video
was.
games.
It was. Yes, this is the real people's choice, not that Coney Dina shit.
You named the show accurately. Good job.
Yep.
Your foresight is
I,
amazing.
my foresight is impeccable right now.
Yes, it is.
But anyway, guys, we will see you hopefully next week, if not 2 weeks, definitely. Good night. Fuck you. Enjoy wrestling, and we will see you all.